Hey guys, for this week's Tuesday Big Craft, for our last week Dream Big, we are making a working gumball machine to go along with our SRC reading reward board. As you can see, there's lots of reading minutes up here, so good job to them. Let's dive in.
For this craft, we will need these resources. We need some thick cardboard, about a half a centimeter thickness. Then we need some thin cardboard, about 2 to 3 millimeters in thickness. Then we'll need a dome lid, so we got ours from McDonald's. An X-Acto knife with adult supervision, please be careful. And then we use a towel to kind of protect the surface, but if you have like a cutting mat or a crafting mat, you can also use that. Scissors, a pencil, a ruler, a toilet paper roll, some decorations, so it's optional whatever you want to use or whatever you have at home, and a glue gun. You will also need a plastic jar. We got ours from Michael's and it has a tin lid. Now we cut a hole through the bottom about 3 centimeters in diameter, and we used a 1 1/8 inch or 29 millimeter hole saw. And you also need some gumballs. So we are using our thick cardboard for this step. Now we are going to measure out using a ruler all of the dimensions that we will need for all of the pieces. Now all of these dimensions are in our step-by-step, so you should be able to find them there, but we will mention them later on in the video. Measure out all of the pieces with the pencil and the ruler and then cut them out with the X-Acto knife. Next we will label all the pieces to make sure that we keep all of them straight. Our two sides should both be 7.7 by 13 centimeters. The bottom should be 7.7 by 7.7. The top should be 8.5 by 8.5. The front and the back should both be 8.5 by 13. The two slide sides should be 7.5 by 6 centimeters. The two ramp or slide edges should be 7.5 by 2 centimeters. The slide is made out of thin cardboard, which is 4 by 10 centimeters. So to start off with the front and back, you're going to measure about 3 centimeters down from the top and through the middle of the cardboard, where you will make a hole for the toilet paper roll to sit. So you can trace it out and then cut it out carefully using your X-Acto knife. Now you're going to want this to be on the exact same spot on both the front and the back. So now you're going to want to make sure that your toilet paper roll fits and is able to twist within these two pieces of cardboard. If it's not, you can always cut it to be a little bit bigger. Next, you're going to make a rectangle at the bottom of the front piece of cardboard, and that's where your gumball is going to come out. Then you are going to measure a center on the top piece of cardboard and create a circle hole at the top. That's going to be about 3 centimeters in diameter. So next you're going to take the thinner piece of cardboard for the slide and you're going to bend it around a jar to make sure that it is kind of circular. And then using that bend, you are going to glue it down to secure it to the slide side. So you're going to be making basically a 3D slide here. Once that dries, you are going to glue it down to the bottom. Now the bottom should be a square, so it doesn't really matter which way you put it down, but you're going to glue down the slide to the bottom like a platform. Next, you are going to glue your sides onto your gumball machine. So you're going to add a line of glue there, and then glue the base onto the sides, kind of like when you're making a gingerbread house. So then you're going to continue for the other side as well. Next, you're going to use your ramp edges or your slide edges, and you are going to add a line of glue to the top of your slide there, and then at an angle, you're going to glue down that ramp edge from the slide to the side, and that is to reduce any of the gumballs from falling down the side of the slide or helping with the sturdiness of your gumball machine. So next you're gonna add the front to the front side of your gumball machine. So make sure that that slide is lining up with the rectangle at the bottom of the front. Continue by also gluing the back onto the gumball machine. So now you're gonna wanna add your toilet paper roll to make sure that it fits correctly. And at this point, it should just slide through both sides. So next, you're gonna take your toilet paper roll and you're gonna measure the middle of it from the top and from the sides, and you're gonna make a 2 centimeter diameter hole, like so. Now, either using cardstock or cardboard, you are going to make a long strip of paper about 2 centimeters thick. And you're also gonna make a small circle about 2 centimeters in diameter. Then you're going to glue your circle to the strip of paper, and at this point you're kind of trying to make like a bucket. So it'll be a 3D bucket by the time you're done. So you're gonna put the glue onto the strip of paper and then try and glue your circle so that it makes a small bucket. You want the bucket to be big enough so that it covers the top of the gumball, but not too big so that it interrupts the functioning of the gumball machine. Next, you are going to glue your bucket into the toilet paper roll hole. So you're going to use hot glue and be very careful, and then try and glue it in so that it is just about flush to the same level as the toilet paper roll, like so. Next, we're using a wooden spoon, but you could use a popsicle stick. And we're cutting off about a 3 to 4 centimeter piece, and then we're making a slit about a centimeter below that bucket hole in the toilet paper roll. So you're going to add that piece of popsicle stick to that slit until it's about either 5 millimeters or a half a centimeter outside of the toilet paper roll. And then you're gonna hot glue it down so that it stays in place. So this is gonna make sure that when you spin your gumball machine, that the popsicle stick will hit the dome lid and then make sure that a gumball falls into the bucket every time. So you're gonna cut off the uneven pieces of the dome lid carefully, like so. Hot glue has hardened. You are going to fit the toilet paper roll into your gumball machine. So you kind of have to maneuver it through so that it is through both the front and the back. Next, you're going to glue down your smaller dome shape to the top of your gumball machine. And you're going to glue that top down so that the dome is inside and lines up with the bucket. Next, we are using these wooden shapes, but you could use a piece of cardboard if that's what you have at home. And you're going to glue it down to the edges, making sure that it's not sticking to the cardboard. Next, we are adding more shapes to make the spinner easier to use. And then we are using our plastic jar and we are gluing it down on top of our gumball machine to hold the gumballs lined up with the holes in the bucket. Now that our gumball machine is functioning, now we will begin to decorate it. So we chose to match it to our Reading Reward gumball machine, but you can decorate it however you would like. Next, we will add the gumballs and then test out how our gumball machine works.
We're all done with our working gumball machine. Now let's see it in action. Ooh, hope you guys had fun.